entire life.
Okay, it's streaming now. I don't know if they can hear us or not.
Can you hear us, chat?
They can.
Honk twice for yes. Honk.
Oh boy. What a day.
They can't hear us.
Yes, they can. I have to figure out.
Hi, team.
Hello. I had to reset everything
Go
because
team avatar.
it was doing the thing where it was like, no, you're not actually streaming, or you hit yes, but you're not actually streaming, so you just have to do whatever. Good job. And then I rebooted my computer. My computer's like, guess what? You had a Windows update, and we installed it. I'm like, you didn't ask me. So now I'm relaunching everything. Good morning, or evening, or afternoon.
So
Good morning,
can
afternoon,
hear us,
or
right?
evening. Everybody.
Correct.
Yes, they can hear us right now. I was just explaining to them the awfulness.
Ah, right.
The awfulness that is Windows that allows us to play this game.
Thankfully,
Talk with each other.
thankfully, the audio device didn't get switched around.
We should just open every stream with like an address of our grievances.
Yeah, pretty much.
I got a lot of problems with you people.
The introductory airing of the grievances.
Yes, exactly. I think that's a good idea. Trying to adjust my balance because things have gone a little funky. I'm gonna have to adjust GoXLR stuff, but I think I've got it okay. Please let me know, stream.
I don't understand why you just don't go full analog, and then your settings would be hard settings that never change.
Well, you know, that was the theory behind the GoXLR. Turns out nothing in the GoXLR actually saves. It's all digital.
Nothing.
Yeah.
All digital.
Technology, it's amazing.
I'm waiting for the server to respond. Yeah, that's
we
great.
seem
I'm
connected.
glad, Attila, that you're happy on Linux. I can't do this on Linux without getting a computer science degree, so I do it on Windows.
It's true.
Most of the time, everything's fine. Just not today. Compatible with nothing but no surprise updates. Exactly. Okay, production. No surprise updates because the updates come out once a year. And you have to search for them.
Viruses for Mac.
They do now.
I mean, I would say that since Linux is a collaborative effort, there's technically less of an update schedule, so there's more surprises with each update.
Well, there's no there are more surprises in the updates, but there are no the updates don't just install themselves. Because that sounds remarkably like ease of access. There we go.
I don't know. I think the update installing itself is a nice feature because then you don't have to worry about doing it. It just does it on its own.
It's a nice feature, but I would like
the computer's alive.
When it schedules itself and I hit restart, I want it to be like, I've downloaded a Windows update. Do you want me to install it? Because in this case, Hodo said, please no, not right now. And we wouldn't be starting like 20 minutes late.
Well, it's only Friday. It's only Friday.
Are you having a good day, Scarlett? It sounds like you're having a great day today. All right.
Karaoke with Scarlett.
Well, it is Friday, so it's the farthest point from when I have to go back to work.
That's true. That's true. Oh, I have to wait for the bandy rubbers to stop.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I've connected. It's my fault, everyone. Oh, and all the little jaggies are back. I'm guessing all of my NVIDIA settings reset themselves, too. In Windows, why would you even do that? Why are you touching settings inside of programs? Is that because it's basically reinstalling itself and it's resetting all those programs?
The mutilator's twitched and is now shooting again.
What's twitching?
The mutilator. It has moved and it is opening fire.
Yep, we're taking fire on the mothership. I can hear it. I can hear things blowing up. I can't actually open my door. There we go.
Oh, incoming missiles.
I'm sure the PDC
Oh.
will take care of it.
Please work. Oh, that's loud. Holy sweet babies! I'm watching this from the window.
Interceptor missiles out.
Options.
The Reaver Antenna 2 has detected a potential target. Never heard of that Reaver before.
Your missiles do nothing. That cord, however, might be a problem over time.
I see we've repainted the ship again.
Yeah, just pick a color you like. I think the whole ship is fine.
Oh my gosh. I'm getting down to the hangar deck.
What is that cord shooting?
I don't know. I am stuck on something. I'm stuck. I am inside. There we go.
Second wave of missiles inbound.
Thanks, Hawk. Hey, Black Phoenix. How's it going, man? Whew.
So if I sit precisely here,
Why is
the
my blue
Reaver's
all
pointing
funky?
at me rather than the base, and the cord can't target. So if somebody could take it out.
Yep, I've got to recharge my power.
Any of the 480mm turrets on Crescendo should be able to do it. Or the longsword battery.
I tried to alter my projection.
Activating Crescendo 480s.
Oh, jeez. Did I just kill the... I may have just killed my space engineers. No, I didn't. There we go.
Are the 480s firing?
Don't see them.
I've not seen anything.
Oh, yeah.
You may need to hop in a cockpit and priority target.
Ah, the beep's always messing with me. Alright. Here we are. And everything's fine now. We're all fine. Oh, and the sun's rising. How pleasant.
Yes, shine over the glorious hulk of the mutilator.
Yes. I take it we've been having some exciting visitors.
We had a butcher earlier, but he kind of disintegrated.
He was hit by all the 40mm rounds.
Oh man. Just sort of sandblasted at high velocity.
No, he broke into several large chunks. It was impressive to watch.
Now they're
Oh
firing.
jeez.
Oh, good hits, good hits.
That gun speaks with a lot of authority.
Oh!
What else is over there?
Apparently me.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't come any closer because there are point defense on it somewhere.
Yep.
Did get nailed by it earlier.
It's shooting at me right now.
No.
I'm seeing the dance. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and dead.
I'm currently dampened to it in the blind spots. So it's focused on me, ignoring the fact it's being blown apart in slow time.
Nice.
I am seeing quite a few misses. We may want to turn the longswords on. Or at least one of them on. The one that's on this side. Not
Turning it on. Longsword on. It is
I'll have one of the
rotating.
Apollos up in a minute.
It is not firing. I think you're out of arc.
which one have you turned on?
The one on the side where everything is. It's trying to point at it, but it's not. Oh, maybe?
Oh, it could just be with the sim speed being 0.5 at the minute. It's probably just taking its time.
Okay, production says, I suggest a nice beige for the living quarters. More homely. I think he meant homey, but homely is also funny. And less likely to cause space madness.
Railgun going live.
Ooh! Ooh! Oh, there we go!
Ooh, I saw that.
There, missiles coming out now. I don't know where they're going, though. They're going that way.
Oh boy, that was loud.
They're not going anywhere near it. Do you see that? They're just like...
Yep.
They're just like, goodbye.
Ooh, something
Good
something
effort.
just nailed a hydrogen tank. I am seeing
I'm
lots of
assuming it's
chunks.
this
I'm going to turn off the
Railgun that-
longsword
final is.
because that's
Having a
ridiculous.
great time with.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why I put 4 of those in the flagship.
Mm-hmm. Has it
Is that
overheated now?
imminent?
It has 3 round bursts.
Yeah. So are the ones on the flagship operational?
No, only one of them is even halfway built, but I'm working on that. This thing's about to fire again.
I'm going to try and guide it round so it's pointing its lower thrusters towards the base.
I have a lot of stuff.
Oh, too far.
Also, some wooden railguns and some lights. I agree about the lights. I need some lights inside the flagship. So the floating object deletion should fix our soupy sim, right?
One of them, yeah. I was just about to look through the grid list before we got attacked. The sim is improving every once in a while, so I think it's something else.
Well, I joined in the middle of that fight, so
That'll help push things down. Oh, hey, we got space bucks in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the sim feels a lot better than it did just a few seconds ago.
Yeah, it's up to 0.7.
When that feels normal, you know you've been playing on a Space Engineers server.
I fly upwards, it looks like several thrusters have been taken out. Pulling out the sky. No, I am not.
Ah, we got a lot of hydrogen bottles.
Yeah, considering how many times we die, I figured that would be a good idea to have bottles.
I love having the FOV changeability plug-in because I've zoomed in on the reaver over there. There's not a lot left of it.
Nope. As you can see, it's entirely focused on me.
Hearing lots of fweem pew.
But we do.
Oh, it has an artillery turret.
No. They have a cave troll. Oh! Crescendo just took a shell.
Oh, the artillery turret just fired. I don't know where that shell went.
It's moving.
I think, looking at it, I think we're out of 480 ammo. Try the 240s.
240s have ammo, and they are ranged, but I guess they're out of arc.
Should be 2 Apollos on Crescendo that should be able to get a shot.
I'm turning
Don't
on your
think we'll have to have
240s
another
on
just-
Crescendo.
Sorry?
I'm turning the 240s on Crescendo. Should have ammo in those, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're very angry. There they go. Come on, get them. Get them. There we go. Okay. Is there more hatred I can unleash?
I'm seeing if the longswords are planning on playing ball.
I'll turn it back on, see if it works. It's on the correct
Could
side.
fire the torpedoes.
They're doing something.
Where are
It's
they?
not-
What are you shooting at? Where are you
Hit that
going? I have no idea what it's shooting at. That's ridiculous.
The other thing is, do I try and lure it into 40mm range?
I mean, everybody. Oh nope, there we go. Oh, taking fire again. What's it hitting? That's hydrant thruster. I'll try and repair that. Just out of spite. Oof. Are the 240s hitting? It looks like they are.
Most of them are. Yeah, it's just not doing enough damage to the stuff that's shooting at us because it's all on the other side. It's also not knocking out the air either.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
My Space Engineers just crashed, so I'll be joining shortly.
Oh, this will be fun. Whoa, whoa!
Oh, there we go. Punishers. That thing's going down.
Yeah, when they closes the Punisher, there's a reason they call them Punishers.
Yeah.
Oh. Rubber bandy fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of loose blocks and floating around inside this thing. Oh, I'm about to run out of hydrogen.
Oh, everybody land. Clonk's connecting.
Oh. I'm gonna land whether or not
Hey,
I
a
want
bit
to or
fuzzy.
not.
How's it going?
Goodbye,
my
cruel
gosh.
world.
What a crazy start to the stream. I have been able to do basically nothing. Oh, Crescendo's taking fire again. Do we have an ammo problem? Is that what it is?
It's probably that. We're probably backed up on production.
Flagship's taking damage.
Oh, and Crescendo's being shot again. In the same spot as usual.
Whoa! What is that gun?
Which one?
That all of them. Holy crap! Oh man! There's nothing left of that reaver. Ooh, that was a big hit. It's not moving now. Ah, connection portal.
Yeah.
It's coming
Clonk.
back.
Yep.
It's rotating. Oh.
The only worry is if it doesn't have any guns left, it may try a ram.
That's okay. PD on the flagship will take it out.
There's not a lot of it left. I'm zoomed in on it. Oof. It keeps sinking more, which is good. Ooh, clank sparks.
that Cookie Monster is firing on it now.
I think it's in the ground. It's on the ground. There it goes. It has just sunk below the line of sight. Oh, not below the flagship line of sight, though.
Yeah. Flagship's still after it. And I gotta check something up here.
I saw a couple of rounds go into the flagship. I saw a couple rounds go into Crescendo, and I think one or two into Sforzando.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing damage on
double-checking.
Sforzando.
It's not dead yet. It's still flailing around out there.
Yeah, I just managed to get in and grind down a couple of reactors.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't join at dawn. I joined at the start of the night. Perfect. Wonderful. Oh, man.
I mean, you technically joined at dawn, just in the wrong spot.
Oh, also, we've just shot up one of our wind farms.
We have Skoka. It'll get repaired quickly.
I'll wait until all the gunfire stops.
Probably a good bet.
There we go. The Punishers on the top of the flagship were limited in range. That's why they're not firing.
Are all of our steel
it was
plates being...
shooting.
Sorry, go ahead.
It looks like it was shooting at the same spot as always on Exposando, but it doesn't look like it actually broke any blocks this time.
Well, that's good. I'll just start welding blocks up on the flagship until I run out of steel plates.
That'll take a little while. I think we have over 100,000 steel plates.
Oh, good. That'll weld up like a quarter of one side of the flagship.
Yeah, I mean, that's all that's left, really. There are some internals we need to deal with.
I'm trying.
I'm just building where I see.
This thing's gonna be terrifying when it's actually in space and shooting at things.
This
we out
thing's
of
going to be
construction
terrifying to
plans?
get to space.
Ah, we found something explosive.
It went kaboom, huh?
It went really kaboom.
We're expending so much ammunition right now.
Yeah, I'm walking over towards it and it's not shooting at me. So we might be okay.
Should we limit the range
That's,
on the
that's
Punishers
what I
again?
want you to think.
It's true.
Proper range. Nope. Still in range, I guess.
It got pretty close.
It did.
Hey, Calgar. I like how, due to sim speed, things just aren't working. Like the welder does not know that it's welding a conveyor junction right now. Oh man. I'm gonna go through the list and see what kind of soup I can clean.
Ooh, tomato basil.
Just pushed up to 7.5. Or 0.75, I should say. It's worth doing a clean anyways.
Okay, hang on. So I do exclamation point cleanup list something.
Yeah, exclamation point, cleanup, list, no type, beacon, and then all one word, player distance greater than, and then a space, and then a distance in meters. So I do 5,000.
So greater than is in the caret, right? Or do I actually say greater than?
You have to say greater than as the actual word.
So player distance,
So all one
space,
player
greater
distance.
than.
No, player distance greater than, all one word, all letters.
And then space 5,000.
Yes.
Only 2 matching.
Yeah, there was a beacon cleanup recently. I'm gonna look at the entity list and see if there's anything else in there. There's actually not that many.
So this is just standard soup then?
It's a little thicker than usual.
I mean, we have had the server up for a while, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I really want the ship to be done.
Me too, man.
Why are you not welding up the conveyor junction? Oh my gosh. Game.
Also, I find having a bunch of welders going all at the same time really adds to the soup.
That is true.
That's why I've been trying to turn them off, because I figure you only really need one or two on at any given time.
I can't seem to place this block. That's very interesting.
It's a bouldering that's being shot at. I should probably turn the railguns off.
Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa.
That was some major soup.
Yeah. I just now heard the railgun fire. I know there was a conveyor here. Ah, bang!
Who said bang before I heard it in game?
Yeah, I've been getting that.
My concern what Space Basic was saying is I thought I just turned off all the
What the? I didn't. Why? But why though? But why?
No more space in suit inventory.
It's doing a thing where it's leaving stuff inside the welders.
Yeah, that's got to do with the. I think that's got to do with the size of the grid. It's also got to do with a projector that has been rotated, I think. It doesn't recognize the block and where it's supposed to be.
I'm seeing some stuff that's just a little different. Connection problem. Oh, it feels like I have good sim speed. That means I'm not actually moving on the server.
I think the projector was just turned on or something.
I did just turn on the projector to try and get more of the ship welded.
That's probably it then. That always tends to make it stutter a bit.
Yeah.
When it's like figuring out what the projectors should be doing.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't set it to weldable only, did you?
I didn't change anything. It should already be on that.
I
It
wasn't
is
sure.
already on that.
This didn't look like it was weldable, but I guess it is. Come on. I'm just bashing my face into walls at the moment.
I mean, do we want to...
That might be me. I've been going through and deleting grids, so it's probably whiplashing right now.
Are you just using the entity list?
Yeah. So it kicks me around all the time.
Yeah. Then you get to stream all that stuff in.
Yeah.
Yay!
That would probably be it then.
Wow. I'm watching the server up go into the 3,000 kilobytes a second range. And my server down just be like, no, you're not receiving anything. There we go.
Yeah, I've stopped moving about for a minute here, so it should smooth out in a minute.
I don't know what gun is firing.
I hear it.
I mean, specifically, there's a heavy cannon somewhere.
I see it.
Oh, here we go. It's the 240s on the flagship.
Yeah. They are removing a Hornet drone and a Baldrin from existence.
They're firing on the Baldrin, which is the main, well, not so much issue, but
Our AA cannot seem to hit that Hornet drone at all.
Yeah, I'll have to get
Well, it
closer.
is a very small target.
Well, it also seems to be firing like way over its head. That might
Well,
be.
there were two Hornet drones.
Oh. Oh no, I'm seeing explosions on the Hornet drone. I'm wondering if Weapon Core and this is a little desynced, maybe? But the math is still going? Oh no, there we go. Yeah, that's not... Oh man. That looks like footage I've seen from the Gulf War. Goodbye. Oh, now that's shooting something over there. Hey, Scorpion Core. Oh, we're doing okay. Just trying to figure out the soup. One of these days I'm just gonna turn off all the spawns so we can get something done. Oh, the gunfire stops and the grid stop updating, and go figure, things chill out a little bit.
Oh, the server's also pretty full compared to normal operation too. So
Oh yeah, we got 10 people. Unusual. Why are you still welding?
well, having just extracted my sourdough from the oven. Once again, thank you, Nab, for the tip with the hot water. Doing the soup, and the fact it's been head out early.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Just enjoy that sourdough bread.
Oh, I will.
So, before you go, with that sourdough, about like what's the average length of time that a fresh loaf lasts in your house? Like it comes out of the oven and it's devoured.
Oh, it takes a few days because it's mostly me with my packed lunch that tends to get it.
Oh, fair enough. With your somewhat strange hours.
Well, not really.
An entire family living on Pacific Coast time. in the UK.
Well, sort of. It's perfectly normal. I don't know what you're on about.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have a good night, Candor. Pleasure as always.
You too.
See you
Have
later,
fun.
Candor.
It got noticeably better when he left. just because it's one less player it's updating with. I'm not happy he's gone, but the server certainly is.
Oh, I might know why. Let's just say I think I'm going to put a block limiter on the number of welders you can have per faction.
Oh, did someone build a massive multi-hundred welder block wall?
Something like that.
Does it say interspersed through an entire flagship?
No, it's more welders than we have.
Huh.
What's it called?
Who did it? Who's the guilty party? Shame them.
I just clicked on something in any list, so of course now everything's frozen for me. It was my fault. Not trying to do this.
I put a photo in server event planning. It's not the biggest welder wall I've ever seen, but it's not small.
You're right, it is not
Good
small.
God.
But why though? Is it currently active?
No, that's what I'm watching is the print job is paused at the moment, it looks like, because it hasn't moved. And I'm just gonna watch and see if that's what happens to our lag.
Soon it'll just be you, freezing to death, because I'll have switched myself off.
Yeah, Lucian, shut it. There are no seats anywhere on this ship.
Flagship?
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Go to the CIC.
Yeah, I know. I just have to walk 2 blocks to find a seat to recharge my suit.
There's also one in the hangar observation deck.
BD a few bobs would be better, except that no one ever sticks to a few bobs. And it would just end up being worse.
And the point was to encourage community building, not playing together alone.
Well, everyone's going to play together alone on a Space Engineer server. It's just kind of what happens.
We're not.
Well, I know we're not, but
We're different.
we're different.
We're special.
Canada's advocated for violence.
Always. Candor always advocates for violence. In the movie Serenity, when the I forget what the guy's name, the guy who lives in the weird ionized cloud planet, when he goes, "You always bring me the very best violence." He's not talking to the crew of Serenity. He's talking to Candor. He just didn't know it yet. And I move my welder up a little bit more. See, now I'm not trying to build a giant welder wall inside the ship. I'm just moving the welder one block at a time. When it hits daytime, I think I'm going to experiment with building a little racer plane, since we've got that coming up. Since I have a few, plane designs we can play with.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see if anyone comes up with some of the cheesy strategies I've figured out.
Probably not me. I don't usually come up with cheesy strategies myself. I just find out about them and then ruthlessly take advantage of them.
I also need to clear the airport at some point because I've got all those test planes just sitting there.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, all of our lag is Klonk's fault. Him and his airport.
I mean, they're not turned on because they're all battery powered. So if you turn them on, the batteries will run dry. So they're always shut off. But there's just a swarm of them sitting there because I was like, oh, I'll leave them out for other people to test with, and that worked. But yeah,
exactly.
I'm going to be real interested to see what speeds people can achieve without Epstein's.
Yeah.
Because I totally forgot they existed.
You're not the only one who didn't think about people putting them on the planes. I didn't realize they're available for small grid.
Yes, there was a collective oh no moment when it was brought up that Epstein's exist.
Yeah, a bit fuzzy. The thing I found is a lot of people, even when they're in a faction, play alone together, if that makes sense.
So due to circumstances, I've basically had a nearly 2-week long spring break.
Oh, yay! As long as they're good circumstances, I hope.
It's a series of events.
Okay.
So Saturday night, I suddenly start shivering violently and cannot get warm whatsoever.
Ooh.
Like I have to take a shower every couple hours just for the heat and then huddle under blankets, right? That persists until Monday, though it's only really, really bad on like Saturday and Sunday. Then Monday, I get a crown put in, except halfway through the crown, they realize, hey, this tooth is a lot worse than we thought, and you're going to need a root canal.
Oh, jeez.
So Monday night, I get zero sleep at all, because I don't know reasons, I guess. Tuesday, I go and I get the root canal, and I basically, I get the root canal on Tuesday with zero sleep, go home, crash for about 3 hours, wake up, and then can't sleep again. So by Wednesday, I'm had so little sleep I can't go in, and then Wednesday night, I use some antihistamines and am finally able to get like a proper night's rest. But I'm still so behind on sleep and everything that it's like,
yeah.
Can't really go in today either. So that was how I extended my spring break from 1 week to nearly 2.
I mean, hooray!
That is a strategy.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing I should probably. We just got subscribed to by someone named Space Potato, and that name makes me happier than almost any other name I've seen subscribed. So welcome, Space Potato. So Sonora, this is probably the second to last Sonora that will be out on a Friday, because starting on April 8th, I am moving to a new position at work, which means I will be shifting hours from 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. to 12 p.m., 12 noon, to 8 p.m. And so Sonora will move to Saturday to maintain the same time of day. And other things are just going to change a little bit in terms of schedule for the channel. But yeah, so that's the thing. I'm excited about it.
It's really good news. I'm glad you got the position.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, congrats, DE.
Thank you. Comes with a significant raise, which is always welcome. And I don't have to
Ooh.
kill myself climbing into the airplane anymore. So,
Oh,
less
nice.
cancer, hooray!
So you're still working with carbon fiber?
Well, not directly. So, because I will no longer be in the Union, I am not allowed to physically touch the aircraft. I will be assisting others by showing them how to build things on the aircraft. And
You
also,
get a giant pokey stick, right?
yeah, basically, I just slap them if they do it wrong. But no, it's sorry, I can't press my push to talk button and do things at the same time. I just turned the welder on, so beware, or the projector. So basically, what the position will be is I will look for not only techniques that might be hurting the airplane, or techniques that individuals might be able to use to get their jobs done faster or more efficiently or more safely, but also looking for ways to minimize common defects by changing work practices. Lots of kind of analysis stuff that I kind of already do as a mechanic, but I'll just have to, record it, put it down on paper, and pass it on to other people. Thanks, Gods.
Spreadsheets.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to brush up on my Excel skills. Well, actually, mostly PowerPoint, because everyone at my work builds everything in PowerPoint because I don't know why. Just because.
Why? I mean, I know you don't know why, but that's like... PowerPoint is not the do-all, end-all program for doing things. It's really bad at a lot of stuff.
You say that.
Yeah, a lot of my clients love doing everything in PowerPoint. It's wild.
Silence at last.
I turned off the
I
welder,
can't breathe, but I'm sighing for
and it
effect.
turned itself back on because of sim issues, and I died.
Congratulations.
Yay! Welder
The
makes
welder
me
robot
dead.
uprising.
I think it's funny how someone was able to make PowerPoint turn complete with this special set of PowerPoint slides.
Really?
Really, they were able to build a turn complete program in PowerPoint.
Oh
I
my
can probably
gosh.
find a link to the talk and send it to you, though I don't remember if it's got profanity in it.
That is hilarious. I wouldn't be surprised if there was profanity in it, because that sounds like something worthy of profanity. Normal people, you can't use PowerPoint for everything. PowerPoint nerds uses PowerPoint for everything. Airshow parking in PowerPoint? Oh, BD, that's painful. Yeah, I've seen somebody try to show somebody basic, like, home improvement drawings drawn in, you guessed it, PowerPoint. Like, but why though? I'm gonna make everybody in my new area angry with me because I'll just refuse to use PowerPoint as the be-all end-all tool. Although interestingly enough, during my interview, they asked me about what kind of education I received. I said I don't think I have a whole lot that would be relevant to the position. I did do a year of community college in film production, but I'm not sure if that's relevant. And they said, one of the managers told me, oh, actually, we do make some videos sometimes. And I said, okay, well then I'm proficient in the use of Sony Vegas and a bunch of audio and video recording software, editing, recording, screen capture, that stuff. Pretty proficient in all that. And she wrote it down. And I'm like, oh, do I get to make videos? Probably not, but I really want to. Hey, Czar.
D. Gonna graduate to the life of corporate propaganda.
I mean, I'm going to be good at it.
So excited. This whole getting kicked off when you're welding a block thing is really annoying.
Yeah.
It really is. Especially when you add it with other SE bugs where you're like infinitely loading the world, or like you spawn in and you can't actually spawn. And it's Space Engineers has some interesting quirks.
Yes.
But like, why don't we just get like a real server, guys?
I don't think this is necessarily a server issue so much as a client issue.
It's our fault. We just need to get a better server, because this one's clearly a potato.
Obviously.
Well, it is running like a second generation Intel processor.
Yeah. No, you can't. This is a Core 2 quad. Only the finest.
Wait, what? You think we went for that? This is a Celeron.
It's got to be fast. It has Excel right in the name.
Yeah. Cell sounds like acceleration, so it has to be fast.
Yeah, the Excella is fast, so anything with Excel must be quick.
Oh, no, PowerPoint's faster.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay, Scarlet. Thanks for coming out.
Nice,
Thanks for
Scarlet.
having me. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Royal we. Yeah, for some Icarus. We're going to do some Icarus
Yeah.
tomorrow morning. It'll be fun. Enjoy your couch, Scarlet.
Thank
Or
you.
maybe even the bed if you make it that far.
I was thinking the bed with the wife.
What?
Before,
No.
Before 2 a.m.
No, you're clearly a 50 sitcom character, and you and your wife sleep in separate rooms. That's obviously what goes on.
Separate rooms. Not just separate beds, but
Separate rooms completely.
Good night, dear. Yeah, we're the Granthams from Downton Abbey.
Yes. Have a good night, Scarlet.
See you in the morrow. Bye.
That man is the reason why we have this server. He
Yep.
bought all the hardware for it. He asked me randomly, hey DE, if I were to build like a server, what would be good hardware for it? And I just kind of threw a list together. Like, this is probably like as high end as I would ever want to go, because you can spend lots of money on it. And he goes, okay. And just basically just ordered my recommendation list. Oh, Scarlet.
That sounds like Scarlet.
I'll do some Icarus. Nice, Braden. Hey, Rush, how's it going? Yes, we're still welding. The eternal weld. Rush pops in and is like, I see you're still welding. Yes, always welding.
We never learn.
I thought we were going to build a nice little, like, royal yacht. And then I remembered that we're
This is
playing
little.
with Scarlet and Final and Candor. And this is a nice little royal yacht to them.
It's all about perspective.
Yep.
By the way, what level is your character on Icarus?
Like 16. Really low.
Okay, because I know Candor had a level 73.
Yep. because Kander does the macro thing, and any game he plays, he's like, I'm just going to do all the things at once better than everyone else, because I just want to see if I can. And I'm going to obsessively play this game for, 60 hours in a week, and then basically max everything out, and then move on to the next game. And then when I play with someone else, we're like, no, it's real simple. You just do, 42 different things at once, and it's fine. Kind of like when we played Stellaris. I felt like I was just starting to learn how to play Stellaris, and then I was like, hey, I'm doing pretty well. And then I see Kander roll over it with a fleet like 40 times the size of mine. Like, okay, I'm bad at this game.
That's been my experience with Stellaris, honestly. With every time I've played, it's been like, oh, I'm doing well. I've got like 30 ships, and we're entering like the Super Dreadnought phase or something.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, I got my first battleship. My neighbor's planet explodes. Oh, we're there. Okay. Hello, Nab.
Speaking of that, Distant Worlds 2 is out now.
Why do I know that name?
It's a 4X that was made like 8 years ago, and then they finally made the sequel.
Huh. Go ahead.
I think it was what inspired Stellaris, just for how old it was.
Oh.
For how old it is. And then you find 4Xs.
I find 4Xs to be too much like work. There's just so much that goes into them. And some people really like that, and that's I'm so happy for them. I can't do it.
Is the welder wall on?
I can check. I mean, it's bouncing between 0.6 and 0.8 right now.
Yeah, but it feels soupier than normal.
It is not.
The true measure of Space Engineer's performance, how soupy does it feel? Are we talking like French onion broth, or are we talking Campbell's Extra Chunky?
It's one of those things you just have to get a feel for. Like, the numbers don't mean anything. It's how soupy is it? It is a sort of unquantifiable value.
Yeah, it's kind of like the points in whose line is it anyway? They just don't matter.
Yeah.
It just is. The soup is. I've gotten most of this bulkhead welded up with my weird, bizarre method.
I mean, it's working. We're getting there.
That's the goal. Oh, no, I want to put that back. So I need to do this. Do this. Put it all back in the cargo. And then I can write it down.
You know, the sad part is I've built things completely that I know by looking at them they're going to need more greebling before they're good to go.
Yeah. BD says that he's of the opinion that Imperium Galactica 2 set the stage for the later 4X games. I would agree if I had ever heard of that game before in my life.
The only four...
Good.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say Imperium Galactica is very much I would say, seminal 4X game.
I see. My strategy, I always just like real-time strategy. 4X games feel almost too turn-based to me, even if they are technically real-time like Stellaris. Well, accelerated real-time anyway.
The only 4X I've really sunk my teeth into, besides the whole Distant World series, is Aurora. And that's a weird one. Or at least I think it's weird. Maybe it's what all other 4Xs are like, but it's got a lot of management requirements.
Yeah, I've only ever really played Stellaris and Anno. And only 2 of the Anno. Well, I guess 3. The first one I ever played was 2070 because I didn't realize it wasn't an RTS. And I was like, oh no, it's SimCity. I'm bad at this. And then...
Anno's a 4X?
Isn't it?
I always assumed 4X had to be like space games.
They don't have to be a space game, but Anno is... I think Anno is technically a Civ builder, not necessarily 4X.
I don't know.
It's close,
It
though.
feels... It very much is the same feel and the same skill sets that make you good at one will make you good at the other.
Yeah, it's. I think at that point we're splitting hairs.
Yeah.
4X usually means you have diplomacy, resources, trading, combat, some sort of like culture or religion. Like it's defined by the number of mechanics you have to manage.
Yeah.
That's usually what 4X means.
So would Stellaris be a 55X then?
Stellaris is actually a pretty tame 4X.
I hate it. I hate everything
I've
about
seen
it. I can't
worse.
pay attention to it. I'm like, I already have 3 kids. I don't need 40 billion humans asking me what to do. Make your own decisions. I'm going home.
I mean, there's people who turn city skylines into a 4X
Oh, really?
through mods. Yeah.
Man, modders are like the craziest people. They can do so much amazing things. So many amazing things. With like, oh yeah, I found some bubble gum in the trash can and here we go. Look, now I made Doom into an RTS. Isn't this great? And it's like, wow, you did that. That's amazing. Or like for a real, it's a real example, the people who took MechWarrior 5 and are like, oh yeah, by the way, this is Mech Commander now. And everyone else is like, wait, what? How did you do that?
But like even CS:GO, well not CS:GO, but Counter-Strike was originally a mod.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yep. I mean,
Hey, Megaspark.
look at Climb and his experiment where you can select bots in AI enabled with a cursor.
I saw that in like the static drills are actually from an attempt to do something RTS-like in SE as well.
Yeah.
BD Carrillo says, explore, exploit, exterminate, expand. By the way, BD, is it Carrillo or is it pronounced correctly in the Spanish? Should I be calling you Carrillo? Or should I keep on going with the Carrillo? Because I know that one of those is right according to the language rules I know of Spanish. But I don't know if that's how you and your family say that. Or if that's a family name, if it's just whatever. Either. Awesome. Perfect. I'll feel dumb both ways now. Which, of course, is probably the point. My favorite, though, is listening to Splitsy try to say sombrero. And he's like, sombrero.
That's terrifying.
Oh, sombrero. It's so weird. I was like, why did you say it like that? Oh, you mean correctly. It's like, sure. Oh yeah, turning Crisis into a full-on MechWarrior game. That's true. That Living Legends,
excuse me
is that what
while
that
I-
is?
Excuse me while I go get a render farm to play that.
Yeah, true enough.
Oh, what was it, the original Crisis? Because you might be able to do
might
that.
want to charge your suit.
I don't know. You can still run Crisis at full settings on the 3080 and be like, this is like 20 frames.
Oh
Well-
yeah, because isn't there like a specific? Doesn't Crisis? Doesn't it try and exploit hardware that no longer really exists on
Yeah.
modern graphics cards?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you ever see the Linus Tech video where he ran Crisis on a 3990X?
I have not.
Yes, I did.
it actually like was playable? Question mark? Probably like 20 frames a second, just because of the sheer I have the cores power of that stupid processor. Oh, it was Crisis 2 was Living Legends. I've heard of that. Yeah, there we go. Let's weld that up too. I'm getting the interior basically welded. I'm concentrating very, very much on the interior parts of all this because I want to be able to not worry about it once we do the outside pass.
Yep.
I've just been finding a section and welding it to completion.
Basically what you got to do. Uh-oh, soup. Extra chunky. Oh, it was the welder. It was the projection turning off.
Yes.
Oh, don't worry about it, DJ Noob. Ah, I see. Projector is back. All
so
hail
is
the
the
projector. Yeah. I am noticing that.
Oop, you're gone.
I'm not gone. Oh, yes, I am. Goodbye. Everyone's favorite bug.
Yeah, I don't understand why that happens.
It's funny that you're like, hey, you're gone. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm welding a blow. Oh.
Never mind.
Away I go.
Yay, wife!
Good news, everyone. Nabarine has arrived.
Hey.
This is everyone's favorite game to play on Friday nights, Loading Screen Simulator. What are they going to do when they run out of room for DLC badges on the loading screen?
Nothing.
They're
They'll
just gonna-
invent new ones.
uh,
Just start plastering them over top of each other.
A collage.
They're gonna
You
have
have
multiple
DLC
colors
badge.
of badges.
I love it.
Yeah, you're gonna have a DLC badge wallpaper.
You're gonna have to actually like click through each
No.
DLC badge.
You're not
individually.
thinking of this the right way. You're gonna have a DLC badge skin for blocks, and it just wallpapers all of the badges in like in a wallpaper pattern all over the blocks.
I see DA's connecting.
As one door
I am.
opens, another closes. Oh no, I'm in the server. Okay, cool. I lived.
What a beautiful starry night. It's so clear with me just standing here in the middle of the air. Oh, there's a ship there. Oh, I'm standing inside a block. Excellent. Oh no, it's a welded block. Can't tell me I need steel plate for that.
Hey, Neb.
Hello. Hey, Nab. Hello.
Apparently there's a Windows update going around, so be careful.
Better step on eggshells.
Yeah, well, I mean, it happened to me. It happened to me. Vice Score says, make it a scrolling section. It'll occasionally cause the game to crash too. Talking about the DLC thing. Oh, yeah.
No, even worse, it does that graphical thing where it like builds the badges and then scrolls down to the bottom as it builds them and then immediately rebuilds them because it couldn't see the top badge. So you just have the
Inventory
badges
is
flashing in
at
different positions
capacity.
back and forth.
Yeah. See, where can I go from? I got some spots over here need to be welded. Someday the block will place. Someday my block will place.
But I'm loading in, it may never place.
That's true.
Hi, YouTube. This really is a shared channel. I promise.
Hello. It is a shared channel. Connection problem. That's a good sign. It means we've got an aberrant coming in.
Yep.
Never in.
I'm not allowed to use my name in some games because it has the word urine in it.
which we didn't even realize until somebody in a Twitch stream was like,
Oh gosh, I never thought of that.
Right?
like to the point where I was like, okay, it was funny kind of once, stop doing it. Like I was so sick of it after about 3 times. I was like, she goes by Nab, call her urine again, I'm banning you from my Twitch channel. Oh. Rush said, by the way, that she didn't say much on the tour the other day, but that this ship's cargo network scares her. I don't know what she's talking about. We've only got, like 400 conveyors in here. It's fine. First time we take battle damage, it's going to be absolutely a nightmare.
You want to know something crazy?
What's something crazy?
I actually woke up with my tools.
Wow, that's
Inventory
actually
is
unprecedented.
capacity.
I know. It's amazing.
Lies and slander.
It actually happened.
Impossible. It's not true. That's impossible.
That was on here before stream started, fixing her body so that she'd spawn properly.
Oh, there goes BD. Well, at least we know he's not going to dive bomb us with a bunch of bananas again. Although that was absolutely hilarious.
It was so fun.
Like, that's the kind of stuff I love when it happens in Space Engineers.
My goodness, look at this gun. This big gun.
Yes. The boys have been playing while you've been asleep.
Mm-hmm.
As happens.
And Scarlet went to bed, right? I think
Yeah.
I heard that. Okay.
Scarlet left at about 8:30.
Kander's also gone.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, you say that, but he's also made it all the way
I
to the
guess,
stream
yeah.
a few times because
That's
he's a
true.
crazy person. Someday I'll remember to not try and place blocks when somebody's loading in. Someday I'll remember that. But it is not
The
this day.
ship will come in.
If you would like to put the nap cam on, I think the baby's going to stay asleep.
Okie dokie. Nabcam is activated.
Huzzah.
Nabcam activate. State your purpose. He's on. But like, yeah, for anyone who's new to the stream, wondering why it's taking so long to build. I have to go out about 125 meters before I can look at the whole ship. Well, let's go sideways.
And it's all heavy armor.
It's almost all heavy armor, yeah.
It's like 99.998% heavy armor.
No, I'd say it's 90% heavy armor and 10% conveyors.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate.
I think there's like 5 light armor blocks on this entire thing.
There's a few more than 5.
Yeah,
I think it was like 10.
I wanted the ship to be able to survive.
No, I agree. Like it's not a bad choice. It's just a real pain in the butt to weld up.
Yes. Well, we're almost there.
We are.
You know how upset I'm going to be if this ship immediately dies, like 1 episode in?
Yes.
I think we'll all be
very
pretty
sad.
upset. Yeah. When I said wagon train to the stars, I didn't mean that we should die of dysentery. Although I do love seeing big projects like this happen in Space Engineers.
Hey, Captain Rush, reminder to put a beacon on your plane that you're building.
BD says $5 it immediately dies or you end up rebuilding half. Lucian won't steal the ship and give it to the Reavers, but
Lucian won't be able to carry it off.
yeah. But Lucas might, which I think is what you meant.
You're not refining fast enough.
We should have tons of steel plates and things.
Yeah, there's lots. Are you looking for grids, Nab? Is that what you might be at?
No, I was just looking at production and what was going on. I was changing what different refineries were processing what because like everything was doing one specific one, and so I was fixing that.
Yes, good. We probably need the glucodot or whatever it's called. I jokingly called it the Gal Gadot ore earlier. That one has cobalt. We've been cobalt bound because we ran out. We went through the 700,000 units of cobalt we had earlier.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Because of all the grids.
Because of all the grids.
Benjamin Franklin from the beginning of the stream, from back long ago, says so far behind in stream, but you said people do too much in PowerPoint and yet you're playing Space Engineers PowerPoint Edition. Which is a good point.
Fair.
That's fair. But it's a pretty slideshow. I've yet to be in a PowerPoint presentation and go, oh, that's pretty.
Why are there random slopes everywhere?
Ski jumps.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
The slopes in the CIC are just so that we had somewhere to put the chairs that made sense with the direction of the ship. So we put the chairs on the control seats on an angle, right? And you can walk up the slopes if it's vertical like that.
Do they all need to be heavy armor?
I didn't want the seats falling off, so
Got it.
Yeah, because
The ones in
Go ahead,
the ones in the projector don't need to be built. They're just because the ship was flipped 180 degrees. The slopes are flipped 180 degrees, but they don't need to be mirrored.
Yeah, there's some of that going on. I would stick to the outer edge. That's what I've been doing. It confuses my brain a lot less, and I am mentally confused and prone to wandering.
I mean, like, I just show up and weld, so.
Thanks, Scorpion. I mean, that's kind of what I've been doing the last 3 streams.
something that we talked about last time, Nab, that would need your creative touch would be the we talked about having greenery and like plant stuff in the
Yes.
living area. the top of the building.
At the very
top of the ship.
At the very top.
Yeah, when you woke
I'll
up.
have to. I'll have
You're
to.
running out of energy.
Here.
And we need things like lights and other stuff because Scarlet did lights in the CIC so we could see, but we haven't done the lights in the living area yet.
Or in the engineering area.
Or the airlocks. None
or
of that has any
really
lights yet.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, hope I'm Echo. Ooh.
It's all built out so you can be able to walk when you don't have any hydrogen, but it's also not very visible if you have no
Yeah.
power.
The founding father in chat says that he's looking after 4-month twins and a 21-month-old.
Oh wow.
The poor lady. I feel so bad for the poor lady. Oh, not again. No. First off. There we go. When you build a small mountain out of heavy armor, it takes a while to construct and place all the parts. Like, I'm currently in engineering, and if I look straight up, I can only just barely see the bulkhead that is the hangar floor. Like, it just kind of disappears into darkness above me. If I turn my lights off, you just can't see. It just goes off into infinity. Which is kind of cool, but also kind of like, what are we doing?
We built too greedily and too tall.
For the fairest, a Babel-class dreadnought.
Hopefully the only one of her class.
Hopefully.
Wait until we make the space version of Cookie Monster.
Oh boy. Aren't you just going to slap like a couple Epsteins on it and go to space?
Pretty much. It's going to get a little bigger, though, because I realized that we don't have a heavy lift for anything that goes anywhere planet-wise, so I think that's what Cookie Monster might be.
Ah. That's got to be a really heavy lift considering how heavy Cookie Monster is.
Yeah, well, I mean, it also means that whatever we do with that would have to be able to re-enter and also survive having to fight off anything that it finds on that planet, so...
I mean, this ship can kind of do that, but it can't carry anything.
I think it can. No, it won't be able to... I mean, it'll be able to land like this, assuming that the calculations for the thrust work out, but...
Yes. Here's a spot. Just finding little spots that didn't get welded. Slapping my welder down and doing the thing. Yeah, Bedrat, this ship is bigger than Vanguard. But it's not really a good comparison because Vanguard was built as a set piece and this ship was built as a
As a ship.
Mistake.
as a mistake. As a compensation piece. Basically. She's really big. Benjamin Franklin, I would never compare this ship and Vanguard because they're two completely different things. Vanguard's mostly light armor. Vanguard's built specifically to look cool, and later on gets a refit to be a little bit more survival friendly. This ship is built to do everything we need it to, and also project power across our little Sonoran universe here. And the weapon mods vary quite significantly. Yeah, exactly, Franklin.
Oh, didn't Vanguard originally not have any interior?
She had interior, but because Wasted and Shack built it for group survival, a lot of the mods kind of stopped working. So a lot of those went away.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly, Vice. They're not.
I
For
was
the first thing I don't
just
understand.
about to.
I just got there and I was like, oh, there goes the projector.
And I can't weld anything anymore.
You probably.
Oh, there we go. I just had to try 4 more times. Yay! That makes sense.
I like how every single one of us is waiting for somebody else to turn on the projector.
Pretty much.
I'm literally just welding blocks that are placed but not.
Yeah, I got it.
Not in.
Oh, no, Clonk got it. Oh, no, maybe not. Hang on.
I forgot how to interact with lights that are. Oh, I guess I have build planner, don't I?
Build vision, yeah. Hold control, and they changed it.
Yeah, they did.
So hold control and scroll your mouse wheel down to get the menu you're used to. If you scroll up, it gives you the new radio menu, which I don't like because it's different, but I think is probably better for new users.
Isn't okay? So radius will like span between decks. Is it? It's not fall off that makes it. What is it?
So radius is how big it is. Fall off is how sharp the edge of the light is. So the lower the fall off, the fuzzier the edge of the light, and
Right.
the more like a
Which
real
we
light
like.
looks.
Yep.
So I usually set my fall off to about 0.5 and the radius as big as it can go if I'm doing fill lights. Bedrat, no. The Constitution isn't. It's not a Constitution refit, and we're not in the Enterprise E, because our ship isn't designed to sell children's toys, and Vanguard isn't really a refit. Other than they did refit her in the show, but they tried to make it look like the same ship rather than build a new ship for a new movie kind of thing. So it's more like Vanguard is the protector from Galaxy Quest, basically. That's what Vanguard is.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate. Yeah.
So Vanguard is a reference within a reference. Referencing the best Star Trek movie.
Yes. The best Star Trek movie that's not a Star Trek movie.
I mean, let's be honest, it's a Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, BD. But I've already gotten used to scrolling down, and using the click instead of the middle mouse button is better. So that part doesn't bother me. It was just the radio menu I don't like. Although I'm not looking forward to be streaming opposite of Vanguard on Saturdays. That's going to be A bummer. But I bet you these streams will get more views because people won't be watching it live.
Oh, there are conveyors here that aren't.
Yeah, it is Bed Rat. It's a really good movie. That's like 3 times in a row I haven't had to empty the welder. I don't know what's happening, but I like it. Rush, I would agree with you. I also like Star Trek The Undiscovered Country as my favorite Star Trek movie. But of movies that bear the name Star Trek, Wrath of Khan is a better movie, I think, objectively. But I like Undiscovered Country better because it's such a brilliant send-off to the cast, which they then wrecked by having Generations exist.
Yeah.
Generations would have been better if William Shatner wasn't in it. And if they didn't blow up the Enterprise to sell more toys. I will never forgive them for blowing up the Enterprise D. In such a stupid way, too.
Yeah, they did the mistake of killing the ship in the wrong way.
Yeah, they should have, make her go out with a real, meaningful death. Rather than, oh, look, Jodie forgot to set the Wi-Fi password, you know.
The Enterprise D should have been lost to the Borg. That's what it should have done.
Oh, Captain Sully, Vanguard is Wasted Space.
Oh, DE is your favorite time of the day.
Oh, is it 1701? It's not 1701.
Sunrise.
Oh, I can't tell. I'm in the bowels of the ship. It's very dark in here. Nab's fixing that, though. Because she's amazing.
Kind of. A little bit. I'm having creative fun.
Good.
I mean, kind of.
It's only kind of good you're having creative fun?
No, I don't know if it's good.
Do you want an opinion? Or do you want to keep working on it?
No, I'm just... no. I don't want your opinion.
That's why I asked. That's why I asked.
Who are you, my husband? I don't need your opinion.
I mean, yes, but also that means you probably care even less about my opinion.
It's probably true.
Because, husbands aren't good for anything.
That's true. Thanks for the bank account.
You're welcome.
I love how, people who don't know us are are they actually, what is happening?
Yes, audience, they are deadly serious.
No, Captain Marshall, it's not cheating.
I feel like this cargo container is lying to me.
I feel like something's wrong because I can't activate my welder. Oh, there we go. That was fun.
Yeah, the sim is unusually low tonight.
Very strange.
No, it's not lying. Hmm.
You got something?
Captain Sully, it comes from...
Apparently? But maybe it's just the stupid... Because sometimes it just does not
I'm gonna wait for
take what
her
I
to
want.
talk. I don't want to talk over.
That could be true.
This
What
is
were you
silly.
trying to get?
The components that are necessary for some conveyors,
enough,
but
Rush.
it's just not taking them out when I use.
Well, the problem is
center.
in order to take them out, you got to keep them separated.
The build planner's been a little bit funky, so that
Yeah.
might be the issue.
Low sim speed, huge conveyor networks. Build planner goes, oh no, I quit.
Yep, I low-key hate it, but
Oh wow, Captain Sully.
To be fair, so does build planner.
yeah. Whoa.
So Captain Sully was asking me, where's Vanguard from? I don't know what that is. I don't remember that from Star Trek, because which I guess the way we're talking about it, it makes sense that he would think that. Vanguard is a web series by Wasted Space, and it started out as the idea was that it was going to be a live acted machinima, but it's turned into more of just a pretty strict role play let's play. But basically, a bunch of guys steal a ship, thinking it's valuable. Turns out the ship is just a prop, and then they deal with the consequences. It's pretty amusing from time to time. There were these really weird cop people on it once.
Yeah, those are weird.
They're weird people.
Weird people.
That was us. That was Nabry and me. But Sully also says that he waited in line for Star Trek the Motion Picture movie tickets for 6 hours in Kansas City when it came out. I didn't realize how big the motion picture was at the time. Although I guess I would have to be considering it's still one of the most expensive movies ever made, adjusted for inflation.
What, did they build an actual real spaceship?
No, they were like, Star Wars has good special effects. We have to outdo Star Wars. And so they blew like half the studio's budget on special effects, which is why to this day, motion picture visually still looks pretty good, despite it being from 1979. The story just doesn't quite hold up as well, mostly because it keeps on getting interrupted by these 20-minute sweeping shots of the Enterprise and V'ger's reproductive parts.
Who needs stories? Stories silly.
Yeah, I know. You couldn't even tell. Rush says,
Tell
shocked.
a good story about with bad graphics. Everyone knows that.
That's not possible. You have to have stunning, amazing, state-of-the-art graphics to tell any kind of story.
Yeah, I mean, like, have you seen Deadly Salvage's story sucks?
Yeah, it's true.
Some computer has angst, and some blob of flesh also has angst.
There's just a whole bunch of angst.
Okay, there are a bunch of
The whole
timer
story.
blocks floating in here. I'm guessing those are not to be welded up. Just randomly smooshed in part of the center of the ship. Yeah,
Those are the mirrored versions of Scarlet's ones for the doors on the starboard side. So you can weld them up if you want. By the way, we intentionally made that space intentionally cramped to give you work nostalgia in the future.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm very, very happy about this.
We've hidden a bunch of crawl spaces inside the ship.
Thank you. Hopefully that guy BD already mentioned, but I'm already used to the scroll wheel
You mean
down
fuel
thing.
tanks?
No, those are
You're
Jeffrey's tubes.
Bedrat, I agree. The refit Enterprise is one of the best looking starships. I absolutely adore the refit Connie. It is such a good look. All those TMP ships with the kind of the bluish to white hulls with the kind of rigid angular lines and the black warp nacelles that glow blue. It's so good. I think it's because it's more evocative of naval vessels. That's probably the most wet navy Star Trek ever got, was during the motion picture era. That's probably why I like it.
What the crap?
Oh, the reaver twitched. Either that or the gun's got more ammo. I'm not totally sure which.
Based on the fire rate, I'm gonna guess ammo crafting.
Yeah, I believe that.
No, that's about
Benjamin
as
Franklin.
fast as the Punishers
believe
usually
that.
fire, so I don't know why. Yeah, it's a little odd.
For the Ferris
I
is
don't know why
like,
it's...
let me sing you the song of my people.
Yeah, really.
Interior-wise, we're looking pretty good, except for these jump drives over here.
Oh, no, it's actually moving. That reaver. It's alive.
What?
I just flew over here and it's not alive. It's just being pushed back by
It's
all of
twitching?
the
Oh,
yeah.
it's just the ammo that's pushing it around?
It's just
Okay.
pushing it back because there's so many gunshots hitting it.
All right.
It's fine. There are no guns on it.
Why
Well,
does this
not
interior
anymore.
light want to go on the floor but not in the ceiling?
Is the ceiling... The ceiling might be a
The
block
ceiling
that
might
doesn't
be
have
a
a
different
mounting point.
block.
Yeah. Oh,
Well.
look, it's nice out.
You say you want lights, and I
Okay,
am unable to put lights anywhere.
Oh, she's looking...
You know what I'll do?
What was that?
There you have light. It's obnoxious, but you've got light.
So good news, everyone. I think once we finish those outside bits, that's it. I don't think there's
You say
anything
that.
else inside.
It's pretty close.
The nose still needs a little bit of greebling? Yeah, it does.
Yeah, the nose needs finishing. It needs... So I think there's only two or three things left to do once the outside of the rest of the ship is done. We need to greeble the front of the ship. We need to add RCS thrusters to the bow and to the aft of the ship, and that's it.
It looks like somebody's got
'Cause-
some RCS thrusters on the bow.
Yeah, but not very many pointing forward. I think we have like 6 pointing forward.
I mean, don't we have
Well,
two
I think we have-
Epsteins pointing forward?
Yeah, I just don't want to... My thought was, do we always want to use the Epsteins?
I guess that's fair. She is a good-looking ship. Like, she's coming to... Wow! Sforzando in my face. She is a good-looking ship. Oh, it's coming together. It's very... I might need to do a little bit of greebling on the skirt, too. It's a
Yep.
little
Yeah.
flat-platey for me. But
Yeah, it needs
that
some
can be
work, but-
fixed. Just put some light armor greebles on that. Easy enough.
Yeah.
Easy enough to do.
Yes. Especially if you're June and you can convince a door to become a spaceship. Because she can convince anything to do anything she wants. Because she is June.
Yes. If you don't know what we're talking about, you go watch our tabletop RPG. Called Defy the Stars. Here on a YouTube channel near you.
BCG building style. Pile guns on the biggest Epsteins until you get a ship. she's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's a fair assessment.
I did want to start some work on an aeroplane. And I think what I'm going to do
Airplane.
is print off an aeroplane that I know works and test it and see how it flies. Just got to figure out a way to print said aeroplane.
Turn one of the bays in the flagship into a printer.
Just build it. I should just build it in the hangar.
Yeah, I mean that we'll need a place to repair ships like this one, like the repair ship and
Yeah.
other stuff.
Best way to do that.
Just make sure the hangar doors are wide enough for the wingspan.
Yeah, that's test number 1.
Do you want to come see what I meant about being obnoxious, though? I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna fix it. I just want you to see it before I actually get rid of
Sure.
it.
Where are you?
I'm up in the living space.
Okay, coming up. I'll turn my lights off so I can experience your lighting the way it was meant to be experienced.
Okay.
Now, where am I? No, this is CIC.
You have to go up.
Farther up.
Keep on climbing.
Oh, green! I see green.
Hi.
Whoa, what the?
I don't know what just happened. You just went back down the stairs.
I walked through a block.
Okay, so originally I had like the big light panels down on the walls, like above the plants, as if it was being weird. But this is so I couldn't put my interior lights down. I ended up doing this in most of the rooms,
That works pretty well.
except for the first room where I was like, I'll just be obnoxious because I can't do what I want. I have to find it. I found it. It's got light.
Oh yeah, this is a half heavy armor block is why. There's no mounting point on the bottom of it.
Yeah. So I'll fix it, but I wanted you to see why I giggled. I was like, I can't do what I want. I'm just gonna, here, it's got light. You wanted light? Here's some light.
Are you going to turn those light panels up top to 20 meter radius? Oh, thank you, Aaron Blue.
The ones up top, I already,
Those are already at 20?
they can only go to 10.
Oh, really? No, radius. Radius is at 3.6.
Yes.
Here.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Are you
Ones on
talking
the
about,
ceiling.
you were talking about the big ones?
Yeah, up on the ceiling.
Oh,
You
yeah,
just not messed with those yet?
I didn't touch them yet.
Okay. I shall leave them alone. Aaron Blue donates $20 and says, "What in the name of Clang is going on here? LOL, what's up, everyone?"
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Aaron Blue. What's going on here is that we are playing on a live, public-ish server. It's our community server. And we are building the Ball&ChainGaming flagship named For the Fairest. And I am currently lagging all over the place. Wow, sudden weldership right there that wasn't there before. I'll give you a quick rundown. So this is the hangar deck. We were just up on the CIC. That's hangar control. And then up above the CIC is living space, because the best spaced armor is to put your living space between the bad guys and what might be shooting the important stuff. You can see we're pretty high up. This is the ship. She's big. That's one of our escorts. That's Sforzando. That's Crescendo. That's Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster, by the way, can carry Sforzando like it's an ICBM, but it is not an ICBM. It is far more destructive than an ICBM. Makes me happy inside. And then For the Fairest is just going to be our, hello, we're here. How would you like to do business with us, spaceship? But yeah. We've been working at this for a few weeks now. I think we might finish her next week. I don't think we're going to be able to get her done today. And we also announced, it's next week that our Vroom Vroom airplane race is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we announced an airplane race on the server. So I have to build a plane that flies with the aerodynamic mod. See, projector. Bloop.
Yes, and you probably want it to go at least 70 because 70 is sort of a weird cutoff point I find in this server, where almost anything can go 70 in terms of a plane, but once you go beyond that, you start to get real diminishing returns.
I see.
It's really easy to get to 70, really hard to get to 80.
What do we have the max speed set at for small grid?
Uh,
Let me look. Oh, we have it set to 150. Okay. So it'll act a little differently than I am used to, with the wrong way up settings being 250. But that's okay because people have already started building their plans, and I don't want to change it now.
there is a sign-up form in the Discord if you want to participate in the race.
Yes, there is. I should actually probably put my name on that, huh?
Already done.
Oh, thank you, Clonk. Clonk, it's like you're like having a secretary, and it's weird. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just weird. I'm just like, oh, I need to do something, and Clonk's like, oh, I've got it done, and I'm just sort of left here like, that feels good, but also like, he's doing everything. What am I? I should buy him a cookie or something.
What am I doing with my life?
Well, I know what I'm doing with my life.
Apparently, it's buying me cookies.
Yes.
Or just sending them in the mail?
Could do that. Oh, she is just small enough.
She fits between the conveyors. If she fits between those, she'll fit through the doors. So
There we go. I mean, honestly, this plane's so small, I could probably weld it up in just a little bit here.
But then you want to make mods to it too, so.
Yeah. I built this airplane before I really understood how the airplane the mods worked, so it's gonna be interesting to see if I can get this done. Oh, tweet, 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 say the robots.
yes, Floaty is running about doing some welding. Floaty actually might even come help you because you have a small projection.
I'm tempted to try and make a version of the Toblerone that doesn't have the retractable landing gear, since we don't have the happiness mod on this. Just because I know how to fly that plane really well.
What's the happiness mod?
The plane parts mod that lets you have the delicious landing gear that I can actually make retract. This plane has retractable landing gear too. but it works somewhat differently and isn't as cool.
Yeah, I tried to make this race more of an endurance thing. I really did, but whether or not it actually is, we'll see. Because
Yeah.
it could end up being about guns, endurance, or speed, and I don't know which.
Alright, this one's actually hydrogen powered. Ooh, this one might not work. It'd be fun to fly
We
around.
can get
in,
it to a connector. We do have hydrogen on the ship.
I'm just talking endurance wise.
Oh.
'Cause one lap is 40 minutes at 70 meters a second.
Did we get the second set of jump drives built?
No. I wasn't sure if they were supposed to be built or not.
They can be. It's supposed to be 4 of them. Given the ship's weight, I figured we'd need them. Or mass, I should say.
So see how well this thing flies. If it doesn't fly well, I'll build, I think a Toblerone Mark II. No, it has to be a Mark IV, and I just won't put all the autocannons on it. Because the Mark IV is battery powered and has like 2 hours of endurance.
Also, my initial plan is to give out the race position a couple hours ahead of time, so people have a chance to actually fly the vehicles over and then recharge them.
Okay. The nice thing about this particular plane is it's actually solar powered. And it can actually fly on its batteries alone. Or on its solar alone if it's daytime.
That is nice.
You're running out of energy.
DE,
Yee.
do you have enough room to rotate that rotor that's on?
No. Why?
Because you're pointed out the direction that'll fly you into Sforzando.
It'll be fine. There's plenty of room, trust me. He said bravely.
Tune in next week.
I think I'll get to first flight today, actually. It's not going to take me too much longer to build this thing. I made this thing when I had no idea what I was doing. Do we have ice? Like a bunch of ice?
Yep.
Okay.
We should. We've been refining Wolvine, I think, so it should be some ice.
Well, For the Ferris is actually hydrogen powered, so.
Yeah, but this plane is designed to be fueled by a chunk of ice, not by hydrogen tanks. Because I built it very early on in the series when I thought hydrogen tanks would go super kablooey. And then we found out that they didn't really. And so I started using hydrogen tanks, and then we found that batteries were just better. In, like, every way.
Energy reserves critical.
That's funny. I built a seat to recharge my energy and then didn't sit down in it. Yeah, BD, you heard Clunk correctly. I don't think we're going to do more than one lap. I think one lap will be one race.
I just built a block and then realized there was a projector block behind it, so. You're not the biggest idiot here.
Nice.
Why is there a battery in front of the staircase?
We can remove that.
It shouldn't be there.
It's an artifact from the projection.
It says built by Nabarine.
Yes, I'm still wondering why it was there though. So like, because I don't understand the projector thing.
So the projection was oriented in one way when we built the first quarter panel of the ship. And instead of trying to manually recreate that quarter panel on the exterior, we just rotated it a bunch of times to get all the parts in the right place. What that did is there are some things inside the ship that are not symmetrical. And so stuff like that battery kind of got pushed into places where it didn't belong.
That's not frustrating at all.
No, it's not.
I think you'll like the living area, by the way.
Should I go look at it?
I mean, if you want.
I'm hoping the bots will just finish this while I go look at the living area. Go, bots, go! Do your thing.
In my experience, no, they will not.
No, they're currently off, like, watching Netflix or something.
They get kind of lost, and then they get stuck, and then you find them an hour later.
They're off watching Death, Love, and Robots.
Probably.
Bots
Turn
have
my lights off.
unionized.
Ooh, it's all brightly lit up here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, like, green space. Did you put this plaque on here?
Yes, I did.
I love it.
I have another one up next to the other staircase.
So one says, time for some beauty sleep. The other one, which I think I want to nominate as the ship's plaque, says, for the fairest. And then parentheses says, yes, you're all pretty. Go to sleep. I love it.
I'm so glad.
It looks really good, Nab.
Oh, good.
any...
the spill from the lights goes down a little bit as well, so
Yeah.
that's helpful.
Yeah. So if it does end up feeling too bright for you at some point, you can actually turn down just the intensity of those lights. I think it's fine, but
I
it's
think it's
also
fine.
it's also bright daylight outside, so I don't know if that affects anything. Space Engineer's
Okay.
lighting is weird.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Back down the hangar, all the way down. So many stairs. I've made it.
Downtown to Goblin Town.
Ah! Yes, I'm a humanoid object. Thank you. Oh, I don't like them. Final, they're creepy.
I mean, I'm not saying I added them for that reason, but you know, it's a nice side effect.
You're a bad person.
I mean, I play with you.
That's true. That's fair. I turn the projection back on with this little thing. I am not an object. I am just a person. Go, robot, go.
Who's talking to me?
Be aware the jump drives are charging and the hydrogen tanks are filling.
Excellent.
The important thing is we need to remember to take off from the planet before engaging the jump drives if we don't want to move the planet somewhere else.
Yes. That is exactly how this game works. Wouldn't it be wild if there was like some kind of catastrophic side effect to using a jump drive near a planet?
Kind of great. Can you imagine the complaints?
I can.
Quite easily.
Manifest unavailable? I don't know what that means, Sully. I've never seen that error before. Captain Sully in my chat's asking if anyone's ever had a, quote, manifest unavailable error when he's trying to download or trying to launch the game.
Want Space Engineers?
Yeah.
Just without
Sounds-
any plugins, there's nothing else?
Yeah, as
That
far
almost
as I
sounds
know.
like a Steam error, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that sounds... I would verify your game files and relaunch Steam personally.
Or update Steam, uninstall SE, reinstall. It's not because a manifest, if it's coming from Steam, is referring to the download of the files for that game.
Yeah.
Who painted this camouflage?
What?
Isn't this camouflage out here? This red rocket?
It could be.
Oh yes, that's Crescendo or the other one.
Sforzando.
It's Forest Vando. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, subgrids and wheels.
All right, they're robots.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. Yep. That's a thing. Oh, I'm over here now. Almost there.
Stay on target.
I'm gonna just go right into the ground. I know it. And everyone will laugh.
It is a little bit forward heavy, it seems to me, but I don't.
No. Aerial planes are supposed to be like this. Oh, what's going on here? I need.
It's cute though.
Thank you.
What are you gonna call it?
Its name on paper is Solar Scout, but it doesn't have to say that.
Almost looks like a Piper Cub or something.
That's kind of the inspiration for it.
Maybe like a Piper Cub mixed with an ultralight.
Something like that, yeah.
The Ultra Piper.
Ultra Pipper Piper? Rubber Baby Bugger Piper?
I think I should say that because Piper has the Piper Cub and then they have the Piper Super Cub. I think they might also have a King Cub, though I'm not 100% sure on that.
I just have to recharge this and throw some ice in it. Oh, we have like 4 ice. Wonderful.
Put some olivine in the refineries, and you'll have some ice soon.
I think I ruined the mood lighting or whatever the heck is going on up here in CIC. Maybe not. Maybe it's okay.
No, it does not give me a lot of ice.
Yeah, it takes a little while.
I've gathered 13 ice so far. This is very slow. Well, it should fly on batteries just fine.
Okay, there, Icarus.
It'll fly. It'll be fine.
You should be able to see better in here now without your lights.
In the hangar? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I like that. How you stuck it up in the recess there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that does look good.
Thanks. I can't center it, unfortunately. But
Okay, my battery's at 40% power. Make sure this is working properly. Control grid working. Once I get this powered, I'll take off.
oh, I ended up back downstairs. That was cool.
You tell me when you want to take off, and I'll cut your tail.
We got a few more minutes.
Okay, then. I'll go do other things. Like weld, and maybe some welding.
Maybe
just
some
to
more welding.
spice it
Yeah.
up.
Just a little bit more welding.
I'm so happy about those light panels.
Yeah, they were a good addition to the game, I think.
And a
Like-
simple one too. It's not like they
Yeah.
took like.
That was what I was the most excited about. Like, I'm not gonna lie. With my little puttering around in this game, I was
Yeah, I
like,
checked that.
I'm so
Beady.
excited about that.
Got them all on recharge right now.
They'll occasionally add a feature the community wants.
Every once in a while.
Currently has 10 minutes to recharge.
Oh yeah, there's not a lot of ice. You are correct.
I hate the fact that I have to do this with the rear wheels. It looks so bad.
Ice comes from an ore, right?
Olivine. I've got it
Yeah.
going.
The projected exterior is done.
Woohoo!
Nice.
I think all we have to do is place the jump drives now.
What do you mean projected exterior?
So the point of the projector was to get the exterior of the ship done, and it's like, I would say the exterior is like 80-90% of the way there. We have to figure out what we're going to do with the greeveling at the front and put some more RCS up there and at the aft, but it's pretty much there.
So do you mean
Nice.
like all projected blocks have been placed?
Not all projected blocks, but all the ones we really, really needed.
Basically, like, she could fly right now if she had enough fuel.
Which she might. Yeah, the tanks are 98% full.
Some of those are crescendos, I think, aren't they?
Yes, but the 4 tanks on or the Ferris are full, or 98, I should say.
Oh, I see. They're the industrial hydrogen tanks. Yeah.
Yep. I have to label them too.
That's going to be enough for all the Epsteins we have?
If it's not, we can add more. There's enough room in engineering for more.
Yeah, it's true enough.
That's the other thing we don't have in engineering yet is hydrogen or H2 generators. Need a bunch of those.
I might have to move my center of mass back a little bit, but I think part of that drag is it's picking up what's going on over there. I'm tempted just to fly it now. Really tempted. %60 battery. We have an impressive base, especially considering we haven't really left the planet much, other than to go get uranium.
And it's not even really a base.
Yeah,
It's a
everything.
bunch of ships.
Everything moves except for our static drills, which is as it should be.
Yeah, pretty much.
So are all, well, these are placed blocks. There are batteries down in engineering that need to be welded up, it looks like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not done, but we're much closer.
By the way, she can't really hold air yet, so just a heads up on that.
Yeah, I imagine so.
The living spaces in CIC, I think, can be pressurized.
Yeah, I'm just saying
There's
not
also
all
the-
of her can be.
Yeah. That's fine.
No, wait, I think the CIC is technically open to vacuum at the moment.
Ah, alright. We'll have to fix that.
I do like how the forward fifth of our ship is devoted to gun.
Yes.
Gun, whole gun,
something
nothing
I
but
was-
the gun.
Yeah, something I was thinking about doing was adding lasers to the sections that are a little less gunny.
Just to get a little fweem on there.
Yeah, and laser PD, which is actually really good.
Yeah.
There's a ton of batteries and jet reactors in there, so we should be okay.
Oh my gosh, that thing just talked to me.
This is probably a really bad idea.
I walk around the corner and the bot goes, "Hello, humanoid object."
Yeah, they like to do that.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. The beeps were scary enough, and then it just suddenly was like, "Oh, I will speak to you." Oh, good.
Oh, maybe not a good time to fly.
That is headed our
You're
way.
running out of hydrogen.
We'll kill it. Berserkers are just little fighters, right?
Yeah, and it's headed for the thrush, so we'll probably shoot down on the way to the thrush.
Oh yeah, it's gonna die.
Is there no... There are so many conveyors, but I don't see any cargo containers or access to the inventory anywhere down here.
There is on the on either. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. On the sides without the reactors, there is one side has a cargo container. Yeah, that berserker's not going to survive. It'll be fine.
It's a really bad idea.
Good night, Vice Corps.
Like a glove.
Just don't try and land back in the there. I don't think that would go as smoothly.
This isn't nearly fast enough for the race. Yeah, I'm only doing 51.
Yep, but you can add up to 4 large engines to that thing, so...
Yeah, it's not going to work. But it gives me an idea of where I need to be. And if anyone wants to practice flying, you're welcome to take her out for a spin. They're welcome to take her out for a spin. I didn't finish my sentence. Oh, Chunk, that's bad. She flies very comfortably at 45 meters a second at 75% thrust. With a whole 11 minutes of dwell time at that speed. Yay. Now we're going to have to build a Toblerone. Go with the quad autocannon Toblerone. Unless I don't know, I might be able to squeeze a second seat in and put an autocannon turret on the back. That'd be cool. This is weird flying like this very janky airplane over these very scary spaceships.
This is one of those quiet SE streams, seeing it.
Yeah, very, very nice, quiet build stream. Coming in for a landing. I'll try to miss the bananas. Those are a little bit of a hazard. And touchdown. Not too bad. Now just leave that there in the sun to recharge. Okay, we have one airplane. That's not going to work. I do love that we can launch airplanes out of our hangar, though.
I mean, not going to say that was the reason, but it's one of the reasons.
Now I just need to do this weird folding flight deck that comes out from either side.
Sounds good.
It also works as a self-righting mechanism.
Yes. Oh no! Oh no, we're being bot attacked. Die, die, die. And then... port.
Yeah, I reported it as well. And I timed out. I can't ban anybody.
Yeah, I know. It's so
which is
stupid that you can't get rid of it. Like, YouTube has to catch up to Twitch. Nobody cares about your site, stupid bot. Yeah, I think what's going to happen is going to have to be a Toblerone adaptation. I'm not sure how I'm going to do. Wow, boop, boop, bop, beep, beep, boop, bop, boop, beep. That's what they say to me. Lots of boops and bops.
You know, worst case scenario, DE. I've got so many spare test planes.
Fair enough.
You can have your choice of the one that can't go fast or the one that can't turn.
Why not both? Can't fast and can't go fast and can't turn. And then do I have a rotor?
I don't have one of those, actually. I only made 3 versions, and one was just the regular version of the one that can't turn with an Epstein stuck in the back, because I need to know how OP Epsteins were. Turns out a lot.
I put it the other way this
Oh
time.
my gosh, are they back for real? Oh my gosh.
Murder them all! This is why people want to kill robots. Right here.
I'd love to know their thought process. Oh yes, everyone knows that the people with the robots that are going into my channel are the best source of advice for which site I should go to.
Clearly.
And it seems like they picked the family-friendly channels too. Like, what the heck's going on there? Because Splitsy gets hit by him real hard.
Probably trying to get children who don't think.
Yeah. Benjamin Franklin says, and we were supposed to believe that YouTube is kids safe. YouTube Kids is safe? Yeah. Don't believe it for a second. Connection problem! The bots have found us! Fire the weapons!
Oh, where
Yeah,
am
it'll
I?
happen.
There I am.
Don't try that again!
You know what I am finding Build Planner to be now? I feel like it's one of those, like, either like a bad worker or like a, a naughty child, where you go up to it and you're like, excuse me, can I have this? And they're just so exhausted, they go, we don't have any more. Just
You're running out of
it's not
hydrogen.
here. You go, I'm pretty sure you have it. I think I can see it right there. No. We don't have any more.
It's like, I give up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we do have. They're not for sale. Those ones, they're not for sale. Those are display only.
You got some wood for sale?
Inside jokes aren't funny to anyone else.
Funny to me.
Oh, I guess you know what? It's an appropriate story to tell because we were talking about YouTube Kids and you
bots.
know, like and bots and like creepers and whatever. So, once upon a time, I went to prom. Imagine that. I actually went to 2 proms. I went to one with my boyfriend at the time, who was a senior, and I was a junior. I know. So I went to his prom.
How
And then I
dare you
went to my
date other
senior prom.
people?
You had a life before me, what? Anyway, so on this prom, we went into Seattle. And Seattle at the time was not as bad as it is now, but it was getting there. And at the time, also, you could not buy certain things that you can now. in the city legally. And so this group of teenagers in formal attire are walking down the streets of Seattle before prom, and we're going toward our venue, and this guy comes up to this group of teenagers in formal wear and goes, "Hey, I got some wiffle cell." And I'm like, what did he just say? And he's like opening up his coat, and I realized only afterward, after my brain caught up, that he said, "Hey, I have some weed for sale." And so we're just like, "We're fine, thanks, no." And that was really weird. We're all obviously 16, 17-year-old, but that's okay. And now anytime something is fishy or strange, both my husband and I will like look at each other and be like, "Got some for sale." Yeah, I got some for sale. But watch out, because some random person, if you have a teenager, might want to sell weed to your kid while they're walking down the street in a group of their friends.
Well, here they can just walk into a store and do that.
That's true. It's now.
Well, I mean, not if
illegal.
they're a kid. Actually, I don't know.
But if
Is
they're
the
a
age
kid,
different up
no,
there?
I don't think so. I think you have to be a 21.
21 here is it?
19?
Yeah.
Well, but you're in Canada.
True. True.
Oh,
Also,
well, but you're in Canada.
It's like it's not technically legal yet, which is the weird thing on a federal level. So
Right, not on a federal level. It's all state.
little state rules, yeah. That's like so bizarre to me that something can be like very much illegal on a federal level, but everyone's like, yeah, it's fine on the state level.
Yeah, well, that's because the federal government has overstepped by a whole lot for ages, and so people just kind of are like, "Oh yeah, that's how the federal government works." But a lot of stuff has supposed to been. Yeah, supposed to
been.
It's my child is getting into my head. He says supposed to cuz makes me laugh. But I feel like a lot of things that had initially, like even education, right, was supposed to be all state level. And I see the need for federal stuff as we have become more of an actual nation. Because when the laws were first set up, states had a whole lot more rights, and there wasn't like this ability to get instantaneous information all across the country. I understand the need for federal stuff, but at the same time, you know, it's like let's figure this out. Because
Honestly, the states do have a lot of education leeway too, so still.
kind of. As a teacher, not really. There is quite a bit, but at the same time, you've got the federal government going, "No, this is the program that you have to teach to. These are the testings that you have to test to, and if you don't do it, then you lose all funding because it's actually on a federal level." You know, like it's that's really, really weird and convoluted, and I hate it.
I wasn't talking like curriculum. I was talking about like sort of what schools are allowed to do in terms of like public school, private school.
Oh, I guess so. Homeschooling is different on every state level, basically.
Yeah. Homeschooling to me has always seemed like way too much work.
Oh,
Like-
absolutely. Yes. Most parents don't have the time or wherewithal to be teachers to their children as well, and how much they are supposed to know. But, you know. I would love to homeschool my kids, though, because I know the benefits of it. But again, the work involved, I'd have to parent and teach, and it would be very, very difficult for me to do with the children being as old as they are. But I've offered them constantly, you know, I will do this, and luckily in the state that I live in, they are very understanding of a homeschooler, and, oh, you want to use some of the public school classes for your child, absolutely, as long as it's not over a certain amount of hours, because then it's like, well, that you're not actually homeschooling, we're schooling them. You know, so that makes sense. But like, for example, if I wanted my child to at least be able to go and have like physical education there so that he could get sports or whatever and do team stuff, then that is 100% doable. But I've asked him every single year, and he says he wants to go to school, and I'm not going to make that decision for him. If he wants to do that, then he'll do that, but I'm not going to force him to do something, even though I think it would be better for him.
So much better for him. It's always, it's I don't know, like, he's a weird one, because like, on one hand it would definitely be actually better for him, but I also think he really needs that independence that he needs to learn how to do, but it's just...
Sure, it's difficult.
Mm-hmm. Lemon difficult.
It's hard. He wouldn't have known any different, but he genuinely needed the support of the public school system for the social aspect when he was very young. And now it's not working because they don't get... When you're older in the public schools in America, you don't really get to talk. It's sit down, shut up, do your work. And that's not good for anybody really, but for this particular young man, it's not working, but he wants to be there.
Be ye disabling of yon shield. Oh, Havelock theme, we're dead.
Our son basically is the test for the public school system. That's what he is. Is it working? No, it's not. Because this child is showing us it's not working. Because they know that he knows the material. He does. He knows the material. And his whole thing is, I can't focus because of this, that, or the other thing. Or you are not giving me the support I need because of this, that, or the other thing. It's just interesting. But they know that he knows the material. He just, either the test is too much stress, or he has not been given the one-on-one time that he actually legitimately needs due to learning difficulties or whatever. But he knows the material. It's very strange.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, and Lucas in chat goes, did someone say the Havelock theme? Yes, I did. Lucas remotes into the server and summons 3 Havelocks. I wouldn't have put it past Final to give him access. Just to make things more interesting, you know?
What makes you think Lucas hasn't bribed me to do it already?
Fair enough.
Lucas making mods that everybody loves and is like, yeah, he's like top creator on the workshop, and now he's like, I must terrorize this specific community.
These humans here, they are too happy. Make them suffer.
I welded up that entire tower of batteries, and it is 10:30 on the Pacific.
It is. But we started late.
Oh my gosh.
We did.
Yes.
So did you.
So you remember how like earlier you're like, I'm so tired.
I
don't know
am
why
so
I'm
tired. But I have a task.
Ah.
Cannot withdraw 1 metal grids.
One. You can't have one.
Yeah, we're cobalt
I
bound.
put 1 metal grid back in the system for you, DE, because I had 1 in my inventory.
Well, there actually was one in the system. It just couldn't withdraw it because Build Planner was like, no, I went out.
Okay, I'm taking my metal grid back.
Wait, where did the airplane go that you made before?
It's landed outside.
Oh.
I'm trying my hand at an airplane printer.
Is this banana supposed to still be here, or?
I think so.
Okay. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's half, well, taken apart. So I'm gonna take it apart. Oh my gosh, I hate it! Stupid YouTube bots. Report. I don't know the craziest part about that.
What's
The
the crazy part about
timeout. The timeout is 300 seconds.
it? Yep, and so we get hit by them every 300 seconds.
It's absurd. Yeah, I hear everybody in chat being, you know, like, well, not everybody, but a lot of people, right? This is a known struggle in the public school system. And having to teach to tests, which a lot of kids can't take, and even with the ability to have an IEP, right, an individual education plan, you are able to get some help with tests. It doesn't matter because you can't effectively show what you can do. I've got all sorts of opinions, which is why I am not actually teaching right now on the public level, along with the fact that I am a mother full time, so I don't have time to teach other people's children. I hate teaching to tests. It's ridiculous, and there should be other ways to show the capabilities and the overall knowledge that you have of a subject. And it's so funny too, because as a literature teacher, you know, getting kids to read now is like pulling teeth. It's ridiculous. Our son wants to read so badly. That's one of the reasons why he doesn't get his stuff done, because he's reading.
Mm-hmm.
To the point of, you didn't remember to pack your homework because you were reading a book. Like, stop reading in school, kid! It's ridiculous, you know?
That was my brother. He would sit in the back of class and just read because
Yep.
he didn't like the class and he wanted to read his book.
Yep. I was... Imagine this. I was a good kid, and I would just get all the work done so that I could sit and read, or I could sit and doodle. When I was in second grade, I got in trouble for doodling on the back of my stuff that I had finished, because how dare you doodle? And I'm like, well, you won't let me read. You won't let me do anything. You're just making me sit here. And I was so mad all the time. And my son, it's because he's young. He's only in second grade, and so they're like, yes, we want, reading is amazing, right? Elementary school. Reading is great. Reading is amazing. You should read. And then he tries to read, and they're like, stop reading. And so he's getting all these mixed messages. And for somebody on the spectrum, this idea of what's socially acceptable and what's not acceptable at this time, like, that makes no sense. It just makes no sense to him. Like, why are you encouraging me to read and then getting mad at me for reading when I want to read? Because he just can't quantify the differences socially,
I remember my school, I didn't want to cooperate with a teacher, and I just sort of stood there and didn't do anything. So of course, what's the appropriate response to that? How do you deal with that?
I mean, that's a difficult question. But it depends. It also depends on how old you were.
This was 3rd grade.
Oh, 3rd grade. If you don't want to cooperate, right, and you just stand there,
You
at
might want to
that
charge
point,
your
for me
suit.
personally, my take would be, all right, what is it that you would like to do? And then we talk about it that way. And if I can, I will try to incorporate what you want to do with what needs to be done.
That's not the response
Thanks,
most
Ben.
bad.
Have a good night, man.
I'm certain of it. Did you go to the
Response was,
principal's office?
Well, no, this was because I didn't want to go to the principal's office.
Uh-huh.
So I was standing there. So the logical step at that point is to get a cop to threaten me, right?
To get a what?
Oh yeah. So my elementary school got public funding money for a set of trailers that they were using as classrooms, and lo and behold, they had one extra trailer. So we'll just rent it out to the local cop, and then he can threaten students.
I mean, there was a police officer assigned to our campus, but it
Yeah,
was,
you get an officer assigned to a campus for multiple reasons, but I've
But his
never
house
heard
is a
of.
trailer on campus.
Wow, I have never heard of anything like that, like to have an actual house on the campus of an elementary school.
With a public education grant money.
wow.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like illegal. I feel like that's illegal.
Probably.
I mean, these are people who wanted the cop on hand to threaten 3rd graders. So what do you
Yeah,
think of their
like
morals?
like, okay, let's get a police officer to come threaten children for not moving when we tell them to move. That's a good way to instill trust in the
But I like to
officer.
move it. I like to move it.
Oh, Jason Smith, I hate art teachers like that. He says some teachers are odd at teaching. I had an art teacher that told us to follow a style he picked, but then give us a low grade because we weren't more creative. I hate that. I hate it so much. I had a writing class. This is at a university. I had a writing class, and I wrote a paper, and it did not jive with the professor's moral compass, and I got graded very low on that paper. Every other one was fine, as long as I didn't touch on specific topics that he did not agree with. I was fine. But if I said anything he didn't agree with, it didn't matter how well written the paper was, I would get a bad grade on it. And I was like, you are a bad teacher. That's what you are.
Yeah. I had a teacher that it was a creative writing class, right? Creative writing means basically there are no rules. Spell your words right. That's about what it is. That's the extent of it. Spell your words right. You'll
Use
be
your
fine.
words. That's it.
We were told, I forget exactly what the story was, but like to some kind of nature adversity thing, whatever. And me being the sci-fi nerd I am, I wrote a story about a colony ship, the sublight colony ship that had gone to another planet, and turned out that the life there on the planet was angry and liked to eat humans. And so their solution to it, much to their chagrin, was to grab an island, pick an island in the middle of the ocean, drop a kinetic warhead on it, flatten it, kill everything on it, and start fresh from there, and then figure out how to do it. And it was all about like the challenges of what that would do to, they were expecting people to count on some of the local wildlife, but they couldn't because they blew it all up, and so they would have to go to the mainland, and it was dangerous, all this other stuff. And so I had all these little threads. It was just a short story, right? She graded me down because it was environmentally insensitive. I'm like, It's a fictional story. I'm just not comfortable with it. That's great. That's great. I'm so happy you're uncomfortable with it.
See, and that's, I feel like the classroom is where a lot of people have learned to not have productive conversations, right? Where this especially like the online taboos, right? You can't talk about your opinions about politics or religion or any other thing that might offend somebody else in any way, shape, or form, or make them uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form. And so we don't. And I feel like the ability to converse about difficult subjects has just been utterly lost. And I think that that's where it starts. Getting bad grades because you said something that the teacher doesn't agree with, which is absurd.
Okay, I have too many guns on this. Far, far too many guns on this. I had designed this as the ultimate ground attack / whatever airplane for wrong way up. Of course,
I think I said 4 guns max.
Yeah, this has 10.
So, Captain Sully, if you're wondering why your messages aren't going through, think about the words you're using. And then try again.
Yeah, we do try to keep it family friendly here. Or at least, you know, PG-ish.
What do I have in my
You're in my way!
Roar!
Gosh, now. What are you going to do next? Write a creative story I disagree with?
Maybe. Just make me mad.
I'm going to give you such a bad grade. Tightest grouping is probably there. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll get rid of you for...
Oh, hey, I think you got us Unbound on Cobalt final.
Tried. Had to reorganize a few things.
Go gadget final.
Oh wow, Jason Smith, that is horrific. I'm sorry. Getting an idea stolen by a teacher after they said, no, I don't like that idea. That's fantastic.
Like, how do you even justify yourself in the mirror at that point? Like, that's just gross.
I'll steal this idea from a child. Pitch it as my own. I got some of my poetry published without my permission, and I didn't know it until I read it. And I was like, I did not give my permission for my English teacher to publish my work. That's not cool. But never outright had my idea. Well, not when I was a child. So I worked really hard to make a drama club at a local middle school. They hired me to do it just kind of like because the kids wanted it. Kids wanted a drama club. Okay, fine, we'll get a specialist. And I was hired. After 3 years?
Not even. It was like a year and a half.
No, it was 2 years because I was there at least 2 years. I was there for 2 years teaching. But after the first year, after they saw, oh, this is actually going well, there was a teacher who obviously was already at the school, full-time teacher, was like, oh, this is working? Because I didn't want to make one initially because I didn't think it would work. Look at all those kids that she's got over there. And so she made, get this, theater club. I had made drama club. She made theater club. The school was like, yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. And then the next year, right before the school year started, they were like, never mind, we don't need you anymore. This teacher we already have somebody doing drama club. And I was like, no kidding. the person that just like usurped what I created because she didn't want to and then saw it worked. That's great. Thanks. And I lost my job.
Thanks for doing all the work for me.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that's awful.
Yeah, they wouldn't even let me say. I was like, the only way I will accept this is if you at least let my students know exactly why I am not their teacher anymore. Like, you tell the students that I did not leave. You fired me because somebody else took my idea and ran with it. And
No
you didn't want to
kidding.
pay. Yeah, I was so mad. I was so angry. And those kids were so excited for what I had planned.
That's really awful.
Yeah, people be like that. Okay.
Hi, Zori. I saw you. I'm sorry. Hi.
Hi, Zori. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Oh, it's gonna look so bad, isn't it? Oh, I hate it. Oh, it looks so bad. I hate the landing gear isn't retractable. I hate it.
What is retractable landing gear?
I guess we
Not
should
wheel.
say, we should mention, I guess it's, Zori makes a good point in the sense that streaming to YouTube is a little bit different than streaming to Twitch. Because, so these, you know, these videos will be around forever, and most people, when they're watching the video, will not be watching the chat. And so interacting with chat is a little bit different on YouTube than it is on Twitch. Like, I try to say hello to everybody as they come in on Twitch. I can't really do that with YouTube. It's just a little bit different.
I have a race throne.
It's been 300 seconds!
Oh boy. Oh, Rush. I had an English teacher who assumed all science fiction was like Star Trek. So any sci-fi I wrote was automatically compared to Star Trek. Like, no, this is clearly more like Babylon 5. Okay.
I think you have a gun over here, just barely, that might be affecting your weight, so I've ground it off.
Oh, was there an extra one that was just kind of hanging out?
Yeah, it was right here. I
I
just
must have
think
accidentally gotten welded up. I took those off.
I was just worried it would pull you to the left.
It would, but not too much.
Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move these small connectors to reduce your drag profile.
Yeah, I don't need them.
So, Captain Solely, just use the word but. That's all. You'll be fine. Your hiney, your rear end.
Your two weird cousins. Your squash tart.
J-Lo.
Minneapolis and St. Paul.
I've played too many games that are in the same genre as SC because now I have like 5 different conflicting keybind ideas on how to interact with the inventory.
Yep, I've done that before.
Like, do I press T? Nope, I don't press T. Do I do shift click? Yep, shift click works.
I have 10 days of power.
Oh, Zori, I actually can't recall if you can put that bot in YouTube. I don't think you can. There's a bot in that you can put into Twitch that automatically bans spam bots. The unfortunate thing, Zori, is that with YouTube, you can't ban users. It won't let you. You can time them out for 300 seconds.
Your nose heavy, so I'm gonna just.
I'm barely nose heavy. Just barely. Ah!
So many connection issues.
Because that's what you're doing, actually, Clonk, is you're dragging my center of drag back, too.
Oh, so I am.
So are you just, you're gonna finish your airplane and then we're going to bed, right?
Yeah, that's the plan. So what we're gonna do... yeah, that's what we can do. I am moving a gyro. I'm going to move another gyro.
I'm making your back wings slightly heavier.
Okay. Moving another gyro. Ooh, something's angry.
Oh, an avalanche spotted a target.
Actually, what I'm doing is the exact wrong thing. Hang on.
My SU just crashed again. Also, if
That'll
you're gonna
happen.
grind out that battery, I think that's a structural block.
I'm not grinding on a battery.
Okay.
Whoa!
There we go. Almost right on top of each other now. Oh, geez. Whatever it is right there.
Yeah, I think the focus fire is still on. I'm trying to target the berserker. Because there's a berserker that's lurking.
So it's a berserker.
Yeah.
I don't get a sigh. Where's my sigh? Thank you.
Yay!
He's sighing about the fact that he has to sigh about puns now.
It's expected behavior. I think I'm gonna be done wandering around aimlessly. I've ground down 2 bananas. I have lit up this
Grinding down
area.
the bananas, but those were
Yep.
gifts.
Well, it went away, and now I'm gonna lie in bed. I'm gonna go.
You yourself should know that bananas have a limited shelf life.
Do you have a button to turn off the nav cam, or do you have to?
I can turn it off. Hang on.
Okay.
There it goes. I've got it perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Why is one block in your tail a half light armor block?
Because it's even symmetry. Oh no. All right, let's give it a shot. No!
Disposable landing gear. I like it.
Yeah, disposable.
How much of the plane went with it?
Not very
It's the
much.
gear, it looks like.
No, there's something else fell off of it too. Gosh dang it.
A couple pieces of armor.
I don't know if I can land like this. Oh, and 4 thrusters. Wonderful. Wonderful. Freaking. How come the other one rolled right over that? Like that was part of the test, was just to see if that would work. The other one rolled right over that like it was no problem. And this one's like, oh, sorry, I'm dead now. I'm gonna blow up my whole tail landing, aren't I?
No, just don't land yet. I'm gonna match velocity with you.
Just give me some wheels on the back. Now this is space engineering.
Okay, I think you're good to land.
You coming into the hangar?
No.
Amusing.
Bounce, 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 bounce. It's frustrating.
Well, they're designed to take that sort of punishment, so it's good. Just pull your nose up.
I'm just taxiing.
Oh,
Just getting
okay.
under the guns. I'll repair this later. I think with the extra thrusters, she'll be fast enough.
How fast was she without them?
I was mid-60s with 4 thrusters, and I think if I have all 8 of them, because I lost 4, then I'll be all right. Although I did just realize I don't have a way to charge this, so I'll have to put some small reactors on it. That was frustrating. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now.
Yeah.
Nab's like, I'm gonna go lie in bed. And here she is, sitting next to me.
I lay in bed.
You
in the
lied
game.
in bed? What were you lying about?
I was in bed in the game. I did what I said I was setting out to do.
I thought you lied in bed.
Hmm.
Wait, what does that mean?
It means we're live, and I'm not going into this any further.
Which one is ours? Which one? Nah, which one?
We don't have an R's. I don't know. I didn't label them. Go on and find
This
a
one,
bed.
the E.
Press the wrong button.
Thank
There
you,
you go.
Final. Final helps me.
I didn't know that there were rooms set apart for people.
Well, I want to sleep next to you, clearly. Come on. Well, here we are at the end of another stream. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. It was fun.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah. It's good. This is a good
Yeah,
stream. Got lots of fun.
this was fun.
And I managed to quasi-crash the Toblerone and not cut its tail off. That's an achievement for me. Rush, to the ability to land defined landing. Landing in more or less one piece on the runway. If you break your plane into multiple pieces, it's a crash. If you land and you kind of ding a wing a little bit, it's like, ooh, that was ugly, but it's not going to count against you unless, say, like, somebody else lands at the same time and they perfectly smooth land and you ding up your wing or something. So, but I don't think people will be landing that close together. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to end this to the sound of gunfire, as is tradition. Have a good night, everyone.